Hey guys, it's KG48 and welcome back to my Empyrion Galactic Survival Let's Play. This is episode 6 and I'm just sitting here on a hole in the ground getting a bunch of silicon because I was just in the need of a lot of silicon and it basically became daytime, so I decided I would start recording. And I am doing some post-commentary here because I forgot to turn off the music again. It's not 100% my fault. Anytime I start the game, like from scratch, the music automatically is turned on, so I have to remember to turn it off. I've just recently gone into my little notepad that I keep like my records for the episodes I'm on, and I put right on the top, turn off music, so I'll see that every time from now on, hopefully. So basically what I did was I was doing a lot of crafting, just trying to get stuff ready for the space station I'm going to be making. I came out here to Silicon Deposit. You can see right here I brought my ship out here. I love this ship, by the way. I would suggest anyone who starts playing this game, don't even bother with a land speed, or don't bother making your own ship. Just throw a couple thrusters on this bad boy and get going. You can see where there's a droid on the ground. I had to fight a couple droids, no big deal. Drone. And I did kill the drone, not a big deal. So, got my silicon, I'm going back to base. Right now I'm planning to start the space station. I already have a name in mind, but I'm not going to tell you the name until next episode. Just because, I don't know, reasons. And right now I'm just going to fly back. I ran out of silicon. You're going to run out of silicon pretty early before you get into space. Well, I don't know, maybe not, but even after you get into space, you're going to need the silicon. You're going to need quite a bit of it. It's used for mainly your computer parts and circuitry. So here I am taking all the silicon back. I got a lot of silicon. By the way, there's two different features to the drill. Okay, there's the left click, which is drill, and then there's the right click, which is like, I think, flatten or something like that, or weak drill or something. If you hold down both buttons, I can't promise you this, but I kind of feel like it drills faster if you hold down both buttons. So if you're out there drilling, go ahead and hold down both buttons and see if you notice the difference. And let me know in the comments. So right here I am landing this bad boy. There's a certain few things I'm going to need for the space station. I'm going to need a generator. I'm going to need a... Here, I'm looking at them right now. I got the generator. I got a large fuel tank. And I'm going to need a couple other things. I'm not really sure. Actually, the generator, the large fuel tank, is pretty much what I'm first going to need to set it up. All in all, on the space station, I'm going to need generator, large fuel tank. I'm going to need oxygen, health, food maker thingy. I forget what it's called. Processor, I think it's called. I'm going to need a refrigerator. I'm going to need a lot of stuff on the space station. That's going to be my main base. This base down here is only going to be here for when I come down to get resources. And you know what? I probably won't even need this base, to be honest. I could just come down on the planet, get what I need, pop back up into space, get to the space station. One problem with the space stations is they're really hard to find. And right here I'm showing you power coils. You need something for the power coils called, I think it's xanthium. I kind of missed it. But you're going to need a special resource to make the power cells. The reason you need the power cells is because in order to get gravity on your space station, you need... Look at all the hunting I did. In order to get... Yeah, I purposely put the food in there because I want to let it spoil for future builds. Anyway, you need the gravity generator for your space station to give you gravity in space. And you're going to need that... I wish I knew what it was called. It's xanthium or something like that. We'll see. I'm going to go get some soon. Xanthium is the first resource you're going to need that you cannot find on this planet. You're going to have to go to the... the asteroids to get them, and in the asteroids, by the way, making a bunch of lights too. Here you can see, yeah. So the asteroids in space are guarded by 2 space stations and a bunch of drones. And the drones in space move, which is really scary. I didn't know they moved, and that's gonna cause a real problem later on. So right here, I'm just kind of making sure this thing's full of energy. I think I go right into space now. I got to get that... Man, I really wish I knew what it was called, because I feel like I'm saying xanthium. It's the wrong thing. But whatever it's called. It's like this gold-looking stuff. So fill it up. Fill her up. And let's go to space. There's this weird bug when going to space. If you go... Like, it's too steep of an angle into space... you can see right there, it says distance to orbit. That number keeps going down. You'll notice it starts going down slower and slower. and you'll eventually start falling back to Earth and not get into space. And you'll see right here, I'm going to swing my camera around, and you can see I'm kind of moving sideways there. You see what I'm saying? And that's definitely a bug. It's weird. If that ever happens to you, basically what you have to do is change your trajectory, go a little bit less of an angle, and your distance to orbit should start shooting up again after that. You can see right there. It happened to me in the multiplayer server, and now you can see I'm actually going up. I'm not sure what that's all about. It's kind of weird. You just kind of go up, and then all of a sudden your distance to orbit starts getting slower and slower, and then you look at yourself and you're kind of moving sideways. It's very strange. Very strange. I had someone in the comments earlier today lament that there's a transition between space and the planet, and I kind of feel like I don't think you can have. Basically, developers have been promising seamless transition from space to planet for a long time now, and I don't think that's really possible for an entire universe with multiple planets. I don't see how that's possible. And also, I don't really have a problem with it. The transition there was really, really quick. There's a transition in No Man's Sky as well, and the one in No Man's Sky is even more seamless. But the fact of the matter is, they're different zones, and I'm okay with that. The transition works pretty well here, and like I said, it looks really good in No Man's Sky as well. Right here, I'm looking around for the asteroid belt. I see it right there, and now I gotta go left. Yeah, it seems like the asteroid belt is always next to the lava planet. So if you kind of build your base kind of around there, maybe on the other side of the lava planet, although you're really risking yourself with those drones because I know they patrol. And I was very careful here moving in, and almost painfully careful. By the way, this cockpit looks awesome. I kind of wish the little numbers and stuff in the cockpit worked. Like that power usage, power left, docked, distance. I wish that was all in the numbers on the cockpit. That would be so cool. I don't know why they didn't do that, actually. Maybe because they want you to be able to fly in third person without having to see those numbers. Kind of feel like third person might be cheating a little bit, though. It's a little bit cheap to fly in third person, let's face it, from a realistic standpoint. Although I don't have a problem with it. It would still be nice if you couldn't see your instruments. Gives you a little bit more of a reason to go cockpit view. I also wish you could look around in the cockpit. Like, look left and right and stuff. Okay, so here we go. And what I'm doing right now is I'm looking for the space stations. Like I said, there's 2 space stations in that asteroid belt. You do not want to go anywhere near them. Actually, it's not a belt. It's just like a bunch of asteroids. But you do not want to go anywhere near those space stations. And I can start to see in the very distance drones. You guys might not be able to see them on YouTube, but I can definitely see little dots flying around, and I know that's drones. And this ship has no weapons on it whatsoever. So I'm going to obviously try and stay away from the drones. I need to get that stuff. Cyantium. SAI, I think. Damn it, I wish I could remember now. It's going to bother me. I know you guys probably already wrote it down in the comments, so I don't know. But I don't know what your comments are yet. This is real time. I do not know what it's called. So right here, I see drones on the south end. I'm going to try and come up above to the right, and then I think I end up seeing more drones. I think I end up eventually going left. Let's see where this goes. Yeah, I'm looking for the right. I think I see a drone. I think I've seen a drone like pretty far to the right here. So I end up going back. Yeah, if those drones get a hold of me, like, I mean, I don't think they'll kill me outright, but I'd have to get out of there in a hurry, and this thing's not overly maneuverable. It's not really fast. It gets the job done, but it's very minimal. Very minimal. Yeah, you can see the drones there. The top right. Yeah, right in the top of the screen, you can see a little drone there, right next to the one space station. So I'm going to try and... I know there's drones. There's a drone on the top left. I don't think you can see it. And I know there's one on the bottom right. And I'm just going to try and get next to one of these asteroids, without being a problem. I had the idea that I was close enough and I could probably get out and go the rest of the way with jetpacks. So I think that's what I try here. Soon. I hate doing post-commentary. I have to remember to stop the music. This game's known for getting hit with copyright on YouTube if you leave the music on. I know a few different people who have gotten matched third-party content because they left their music on. That is not the fault of the developers in any way. It's just because, you know, they own the game and they own the music in the way that they're allowed to sell the music as part of the game and they're allowed to make videos of the game, but they don't. The developers of this game do not have permission to give YouTubers permission to make Let's Plays of the game with the music. So that's why. It's not really their fault. It's just the way it is. And all developers have to deal with that. Let me take a drink here because my throat. All right, here. I'm going to try and go in with my jetpack. And then I quickly decide, nope. Way too far away. See, you can really see the drones now. So I decide, nope, that ain't going to work. Let's get back in it and get closer. And thankfully, at this point, I start just going in a little bit more boldly because, you know, I want to be careful because if I lose this ship, like, I'm screwed. I have to make a whole new ship. That's going to really push the Let's Play back. But, so I'm very careful with this ship. But at the same time, it's like, come on, man, just got to get in there. Get in there and get it done. So you can see the drone top left, clear as day. Actually, that might be another part of the space station. And there's a drone on the bottom right. You can't see it because it's behind the asteroid. I tried to park as close to the asteroid as I can to try and maybe use it as a shield in case they started shooting at me. But I didn't get anywhere near close enough. Now I'm just looking for the ores to mine. It's like a little yellow, like gold. You can see right there to the right. Got the ship right there. It's close, but not close enough. So what you want to do is if you're mining in space, just keep mashing on the T button repeatedly. And if you're lucky, you might pick up some ore before it floats away. Although it didn't work for me here. So I don't know. I don't know if that really works or not. I think I picked up a couple. And 43. I think I get a... Nope. That's it. I said, that's enough. I'm getting out of here. I am getting out of here. I was thinking about going for that other piece, and I was like, nah, it's too far. Man, I really stopped far away from that asteroid. I thought I was pretty close. Come on, boy. Get to that ship. Get out of there. So that was pretty successful. That shows you how to do it. Okay. Just paused the video and went and looked it up, and it's Sathium. S-A-T-H-I-U-M, something like that. So it's either Sathium or Sathium. Not sure if it matters, but... So that's the stuff I got. So here we are heading back on the planet. I think this game's in desperate need of beacons that you can see from space even, so you could kind of see where your base is, or maybe some kind of... I think the devs said something about a star map. So hopefully there'll be some easier ways to tell where your stuff is, because... You know, building a space station and going up into space and not being able to find it is, it's a bit of a chore sometimes. All right, here I'm coming. There we go. Pretty seamless transition. I mean, like, there was a little pause there, but for a pre-alpha, I mean, they might be able to get that pause down to almost nothing. I think I check the map here in a moment. Yep, looking for my base. Where's my base? Look, Cage, Jesus. There you go. And there we are. I'm on the wrong side of the planet. What's new? The planets do rotate, but the planets themselves rotate, but they don't move. Like the asteroid field and other planets don't move around the sun. At least not that I'm aware of. So there's the good old Titan. So we got what we need for the gravity generator. So for my base, okay. I'm gonna have like separate rooms. I'm gonna have one room that is like it's gonna be like, actually, do I need a control room? I probably should have a control room. There's no need for a control room because you don't actually sit down at a control panel to see what's going on in the game, although I'm sure that's coming. But I could make a control room just for decoration, which would be pretty cool. So I could make a control room. Then I'm gonna make a supply room. The supply room is gonna have the medical bay, the oxygen dispenser. I'm trying to think of what else. Probably the food. Yeah, food processor, refrigerator, stuff like that. Then I'm going to have another room that's going to be just storage. And then after that, I don't have any plans for any other rooms. But I will make other rooms because there's a lot of items in this game that are purely cosmetic. Like you can make a whole bathroom, a whole kitchen, a bunch of this kinds of stuff. So it's pretty cool. Maybe I'll make a kitchen off of the supply room. Like, you're going to be going along a hallway, and then all the rooms are going to be off of that hallway. And maybe I could make the supply room, and then off of that behind it will be a kitchen. Yeah, maybe. That could be good. That could be good. Possibly. Maybe I'll make a separate hall. I'm not really... I can make a separate hallway, like, turn. I'm not really sure. I kind of like... the way I like to build bases is I like to have an idea of what I want to do. But at the same time, I don't want to have, like, concrete, exact, like, specifications. I kind of like to let things build themselves organically in my mind once I have an idea of kind of the way I want to do it. Right here, I'm going to put up some more lights because I feel like the base downstairs is a little on the dark side. And I'm going to need some more of those glass panes as well. I think I end up putting up some... some windows in the game around the base. Now the problem with the windows in the base is you can see the glass side of the window on one side, and the other side looks like little shutters. And I don't really like that. I'm assuming they're going to change it eventually, but I'd like to see glass from both sides. You know what I'm saying? Here I am putting some lights outside. It's so much better. So much better. Put up lights outside. But anyway, I want windows that look like windows from both sides. Maybe one side's tinted and the other side you can see through. I mean, again, look at Space Engineers. Like, I don't agree with everything Space Engineers did, but man, they got those windows right, man. Those windows look fantastic. So yeah, here I'm gonna be making some more windows. I know I need more of the glass. There's some kind of like glass stuff for the windows. I forget what it's called. I think it's like panes of glass or something. And I'm just going to work on the base. At this point in the video, I was pretty much done with what I wanted to do, and I had some time to fill up, so I figured I'd just work on the base while chatting with you guys, basically talking about the windows. I wasn't sure if I needed Windows Vert 2 or the other one. So one faces like one way and one... I'm sorry, Windows Vert 2 and Windows Vert. Okay, Windows Vert 2 looks like shutters from both sides. The original Windows Vert window... looks like glass from one side and shutters from the other. See, right here, that looks like shutters. And if I go on the outside, it's going to look like glass. Oh, no, okay, so that's Windows Vert 2. So this is me figuring it out. I wasn't sure at this point. So now I got to take out my trusty repair/removal gun. And, yeah. So, yeah, you don't want Windows Vert 2, you want Windows Vert. And here, I think I make like 10 of them. Really? Only one? Maybe I wanted to double check to make sure. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's the one I need, though. Always double check. Don't make 10 of something if you're not sure, you know? There's no point in that. And there you go. Looks like glass from one side and shutters from the other. Really cool looking glass. I like the look of the glass. Again... A lot of people compare this to Space Engineers, say this is a rip-off to Space Engineers. I don't mind people comparing this to Space Engineers, but when you say it's a rip-off, I bristle up at that because I don't think it's a rip-off. But they could learn some things from Space Engineers, and this game's in pre-alpha. Space Engineers has been in alpha for a long time. I mean, a long time. And this game has just come into pre-alpha. So this is they got a lot of work to do on these games. I'm really excited about this game because the developers seem to be really gung-ho and ready to rock. And that is awesome. But I would like to see windows that are maybe instead of just 1x1, maybe 1x2, 2x2, 2x3, 2x6, 2x8, like big windows. So you could put like a big window in there and they're not connected. I love the way you can stand on the the constructor and like just, from being on top of it, just look down and get what you need. I like making my walls in my base. I like to put windows in my base and a lot of windows. But the fact of the matter is I don't like putting windows on the first level because I don't like the idea of windows behind my machinery. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put a couple blocks here even though it doesn't fit with the decoration of the room just because I don't like the idea of having windows behind machinery. It doesn't make sense to me. So... here we are finishing up with the windows. I don't really care about this base, to be honest. I'm just kind of building basically what I'm doing in this base is I'm building to give myself practice and get ready for the real base, which is going to be the space station. What do I need here? What are you doing, Cage? What are you doing? Oh, I need more glass plates. That's what I need. So there you go. Make a bunch of glass plates. And I believe right now I'm going to make the parts for the gravity generator. Right there, I need 10 of the power coils. There you go. And that's that. So, let me think. I got power for the base. I got the gravity generator. Those are the two main things. Those are the two main things. And I need to actually make the base starter thing as well. I need to make a core, and then I need 8 hull blocks. So I'll probably do that off camera though. Next video, I will definitely be ready to rock. So it looks like we're at the end of the video, so I'm going to call this one here. That is going to be it for episode 5, and I'll see you next time for episode 6. Till then, take it easy.